Honey, I'm getting scared. I wanted you to have the very best daddy around. But I'm afraid I made a mistake. I mean a bad mistake. And if I have to fix it the way your father's asking me to, then it's just you and me, love. You and me on our own. But don't worry. You'll be safe and happy no matter what. I certainly love you enough for two parents. Oh. And now you've got godparents, too. Plus all the family and friends who came to the christening. Every one of them loves you. The only thing is, I know how good it feels growing up with your father around. That's something I'd hate for you to miss.
Have you tried nursing her just before you go to bed?
But I'd have to wake her up.
I bet you'd go back to sleep. A nice meal and a dry diaper, and she'd probably sleep through till 6 or so.
Oh, what a good idea.
I won't guarantee anything, but it's worth a try.
I'll do it tonight. How'd you get so smart?
I'm 2 kids ahead of you.
Oh, he thinks it's funny what I don't know about babies, huh?
No. What I was thinking was that it's really nice to have Cass home.
It is.
I wish Pittsburgh wasn't so far away. I miss you guys.
You and Art have such a good life there.
Well, yes, we do.
I've wondered sometimes if that's what Jack and I should have done. Moved to another city right after we got married, found our own direction.
Well, Arthur does feel that some distance helps, even though he's very fond of the family.
We have surrounded Jack to a certain extent, I think.
It's not the family or the city. It's me, partly, but mostly it's Jack.
Frank was telling me about his years in the orphanage and all.
But that doesn't quite get him off the hook, does it?
No, not this time.
You know, I wasn't trying to explain away his behavior. I mean, that is impossible. He's hurt you. Terribly. And he's hurt all of us, and he made an effective mess out of what should have been a beautiful party for Ryan. But for whatever it's worth, Mayor, I don't think that there's anything between him and... Christine. He's using her and hoping that your reaction will be to give him a divorce so he'll be free to go off and crawl under a rock someplace.
I know. Isn't it pathetic?
Mayor, do you have any idea where you want to take it from here?
You know what today is? Our first wedding anniversary.
Oh, Mary.
I wanted to forget that. I managed not to think about it until tonight. When he asked me to marry him, he said he'd try to change if I'd give him time. But this is not a person who likes to wait for things to happen. She likes to make them happen. I crowded him. I pushed.
Mayor, look, maybe you were impatient, but it was the pregnancy, the baby, that set Jack off, and you didn't certainly plan that.
And the way you dealt with his whole emotional reaction, all those months, took more patience than I could ever dream of.
I wasn't patient. I was mad and scared, and I still am, Cass. Only now I'm furious. I'm so angry I don't care if I never see him or speak to him again. If he's that determined to be crazy and alone, maybe I've just got to accept it. I've got Ryan. We can manage fine.
You've got all of us, honey.
And don't you forget it.
Boy, I picked good godparents for my kid.
Now I've said my A, B, see. Next time, won't you play with me? He's going to applaud. He's going to applaud. Did you have a good morning? That's what I want to know.
Oh, yes. Oh, he went to the park, and Miriam said that he slept through the entire trip.
Oh, now that's a smart boy. That's what I should have done. Here,
Hey, Edmund, you want your daddy to feed you? How would you like some food, huh? Let's see. Go. Let me have that. Good.
Try it. Ooh.
They're still demonstrating?
Oh, boy, are they. It's very nice to be here, let me tell you.
Then why don't you stay, have lunch?
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, yes.
You don't mind if I let him start without us?
Are you kidding? That's dessert. Oh, Edmund, you're too much.
Hey, sport, you know something? Well, I'll tell you, just have a little patience. I could stay here, and I could do this all day.
Well, I wouldn't blame you very much if you didn't feel like going back to neurology. I understand a little more about what was happening yesterday. Faith came by and she told me about Pat and the Nieves boy.
I just pray that medicine takes hold.
Is it as bad as Faith says?
We just could lose him. But at least everything is fine here, isn't it, huh?
Oh, yeah, it is. He's growing and he's feeling good. And I'll tell you, he really loves these times with his father.
Jill, maybe it's time for us to talk about that.
What?
My fathering Edmund, and exactly what it means. I do feel that I'm his father, in the emotional sense. In every sense, really.
Well, of course.
Except biologically. Just after he was born, I found out by sheer accident that he isn't my natural son. With our blood types, yours and mine, we couldn't have produced this child. He has to be Frank's.
Senecca? Senecca.
Sorry.
For heaven's sakes, where were you?
I guess I was dreaming, huh?
About Edmund? Uh-huh. Well, let me tell you something. Let's not lay out his entire future, okay?
No. I have hopes, but I don't want to control them. Jill, I wasn't trying to control you, only to protect you
To protect me from Frank Ryan? The person I love more than anyone in this world? You watched me go through hell, breaking off with him, giving you your rights as a father? My God, Senecca, what have you done to me and to Frank and to Edmund?
I've loved you and the baby. I've been good for both of you. But I can't live with the lie. Can you understand it all?
I understand what I have to do now. I have to find Frank and explain. And go back to loving him. Goodbye. I'm taking Edmund to meet his real father.
What's the matter? You really are worried, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on. Try not to think about the hospital for a while.
Right. I won't think about it anymore. I love you.
I love you, too.
In your fashion.
And your son loves you. And we're together.
Yeah.